Hey everyone, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is bliss. Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video. Had an energy. I don't know who this message is for, but take the messages as they resonate and leave what doesn't. Please click the link in my bio for more of my videos on YouTube. And also click the link in the bio to book your personal readings with me. So with any further ado, the energy that came up today I got is openness. So with openness, we understand that that is to do with allowing yourself to experience new things, being open to new adventures, being open to suggestions in business matters, investments, being open to communicating with somebody, being open to exploring yourself and exploring, the world around you, the themes that come up, being open to seeing behind the curtain, looking beyond the veil for something that is profound in nature. Also being open to look at your wounds and your traumas, doing that shadow work, and being open to being praised as well. I feel like there's an energy of being praised, being open to taking compliments, being celebrated, being open to advice, being open to being led by the divine and not always seeking to control the outcome of things. So when I asked for the clarification about that, I got the privileged lady. So possibly what I'm getting here is that somebody, be open to the idea that somebody sees you in a very high position. They see you as being privileged, having the knowledge, having the right connections, being somebody who, brushes shoulders with the right types of people. And if this is to do with like investments and stuff like that, this is somebody looking at you as you are the privileged lady. Obviously it's gender neutral, but someone who's privileged, rub shoulders with the right type of people, have the connections. So be open to the fact that you are being seen, be open to the fact that you are being watched, people, you may be, people might be taking your lead on something as well, I'm finding. Or be open to working with somebody who is like this. Be open to dealing with somebody who has the right connections for something that you want to do, who has knowledge of who to go to for what type of situation. Also, we have expectation. So be open to the fact that, there is an expectation around you being wise, expectation of you getting things done. So maybe there might be a little bit of a pressureful energy going on. Don't allow it to boggle you down. Just know that the fact that people have been watching you from some time and have been admiring how you do things, how you always seem to have the right people around you, your work ethic, the fact that you are open to trying new things, taking, calculated risks, being open to expressing yourself, that divine feminine energy. It could even just be, around being open to just being. So there is an expectation for you to always show up for yourself and others. So if you're feeling a little bit, what's the word for it? A little bit stressed out due to demands on you, or there's like an energy of feeling like there's a lot of demands, a lot of things that you need to meet, a lot of deadlines. Remember that you have a collection of people around you. As the privileged person, you are somebody who knows how to delegate, and you have other people who can support you throughout this particular time. So be open to new experiences, be open to delegation, be open to collaborating with somebody brand new. Because there is an expectation of you being somebody who is always on the go. So even be open to the idea that you may need to ask for help and be open to the idea that people just see you as a constant goer. So maybe you might need to just be like, hold on a sec, I can't take on anything right this minute. That kind of energy. So moving on, we have wisdom. So wisdom speaks of our life experiences. Wisdom talks about the things that we have encountered, the people who we are interacting with. This gives us the energy around learning lessons, being able to be somebody who has a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. And this person is somebody who has observed, who is aware of their position, aware how things can be. This is somebody who is aware that there is a need to show up in a specific way, just because they're able to look at the current situation. They're able to see what is needed, what is not, the time to speak when there is a time not to speak, a time to act and a time not to act. So when we were talking about the openness, and I had this energy of possibly investing or collaborating with somebody, it's using the wisdom that you have, using the intuition that you have to make these plans or to take this type of action. So it's about your life experience. It's about knowing if you possibly done things without doing any research. This is the time that you say, right, the last time I didn't do very much research, let me research it. It's all about learning from your past so that it doesn't hold you back. Wisdom is in the knowing. So this possibly we could do with a wealthy man. So there's a wisdom around the right type of person. Like I keep feeling like there is the right type of person. And if you see, we've got the privileged lady and the wealthy man. Yeah. So there is definitely an energy around being wise to the people that you have around you. Those who are living by example, who are walking the walk and not just talking the talk. This wisdom will be able for you to be able to work out who's viable to work with and who isn't. This wealthy man possibly is somebody who is very knowledgeable in an area that you want to be able to step into. However, because of you dealing with false people in the past, it means that sometimes your experiences has led you to not want to take any risks. And what this cards are saying right now is to be open to the fact that you are supposed to be stretched. You are supposed to be in a place where you are financially free. Have that expectation that things are going to be going in your way. Use the wisdom from the past. Use the wisdom from your observation, from your research, from your findings, all of that kind of things, the things that you've been participating in. And possibly you do have the right type of people around you. You have the privileged lady and you also have the wealthy man. So this is somebody who you could definitely collaborate with. This is someone you could definitely get some ideas and inspiration from. And don't allow this false person or the fact that you've had somebody in your midst who wasn't honest and they maybe took from you, or they presented themselves as a wealthy man. In actual fact, they was not, and they were using you to get some financial wealth. So be very mindful of that as well. So it's about using your wisdom. It's about using your intuition in this particular time as well. Okay, so if it's to do with, like I said, if it's to do with the fact that you've had things that didn't work in the past, don't let that limit you from being open to new things, using your wisdom in all situations. And also similarly, be mindful of those people who come up with these grand schemes. And use your wisdom to discern what the outcome is. As there is this energy sort of, it's like a dual energy right now. One is like keep pushing, keep going, and one is a caution. Make sure you're checking out these things. Make sure you are using your wisdom. Make sure you are looking into the situation a bit more further. We've got security. So we know when we're talking about security, we're talking about understanding that there is a need to feel safe, that there is a need to feel like the foundations and the basic needs are taken care of, food, shelter, warmth, that safety element, So possibly, like I said, possibly it's to do with possibly some type of livelihood being affected in some type of way. I feel like for some of you, this is the need to come back to feeling secure after taking a risk that possibly made you feel not secure, and now you have the energy of security, now where you're building from that scenario, or maybe you're still in the throes of working out what to do. We have judication here, so something to do with courts. So possibly this is some type of thing that happened, possibly fraud on your account, possibly being scammed from something, failure to pay something, being caught up in something. So there is an energy around having some sort of court proceedings, and it feels like the court proceedings will go in your favor, especially if you are the person who is moving from wisdom and is open to telling the truth, open to painting a sort of the right picture, not holding back. And this judication seems to be around a main male. So possibly this court proceedings is to do with some kind of debts or some type of paperwork that's in somebody else's name. Could be a partner, it could be parents, it could be there's someone, an accountant, something in that kind of energy, someone who's the main person within this scenario. This is to do with them. So possibly the main person is going through a court proceeding right now, and it's threatening the security of the family, the security of the home, and possibly the security of the finances. Because if this person is the main breadwinner and they have a court proceedings that could possibly take them away from the family, that would definitely cause some distress with the security that is going on. And then we have toil and labor. So possibly what we're having here is an element where things will be okay, but you might have to work quite hard for it. Toil and labor is where somebody's working possibly 2 jobs, having so many different things in a pie, maybe having multiple businesses, and it's a lot of toil. There's a lot of things needing to be done, and there's a lot of laboring, and you're laboring for this security, so that if anything does happen with this adjudication, with this court case, with this main man, then at least you have what it is that you need. The roof over your head is secure, there's warmth, shelter, food, all the things that you need for your foundation will be there. So for somebody, this is a real scenario that is testing their is really testing their faith right now, sparking a lot of fear. But there's also a lot of wisdom here, and also a lot of openness and expectation of things going in the right direction. If you expect things to go right and you're putting your best foot forward and you are creating the atmosphere for that particular change or for the trajectory of positive outcomes, then that's the main energy that is going to be circulating around to come back to you. So always be mindful of those things as well. Obviously, whatever happens with this adjudication, ensure that you are putting your best foot forward, that you are doing things from a place of wisdom, not from a place of fear, so that you do gain that security. that security in talking to your ancestors, speaking to the angels and your spirit guides, talking to the Most High about your desired outcome, and then also creating the space to become a person who receives all those things. Act as if, be present, be in gratitude for all of the things that you are learning. If it does go pear-shaped, then at least you have the, that life experience, so that you're mindful about when you see, somebody moving different to what they usually do, or you're seeing the cracks, or the mask is slipping, then you can use your powers of discernment. But always be open to see the fullness thereof. Be open to learning. Be open to the wisdom that we have to perceive. So I'm just going to go and get some advice here in closing. Don't know who this message was for, like I said, but haven't done a video on Insta for a bit, so I thought let me do one on Instagram before I have a meeting. And also remember to check out my YouTube channel as well, where there are other messages that could definitely be resonating with yourselves. And give this give this video a like. When you come over to my YouTube channel, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell so you always know what's wanting when the videos drop. Just to let you know, everything is going to be just fine. I feel like this is someone in particular, but I do feel like I'm speaking to more than one person. Obviously it's a collective reading, and possibly elements of the reading will apply to certain people. But just to say, there is a whole energy around wisdom and being open to exploring, being open to seeing what things look like outside of your gaze, of your control, and looking at what that really means for you. Okay, so the advice from the animal spirit deck is Dove Spirit, be peace. So exactly, be peaceful in all situations. Be peaceful in the fact that if you wind yourself up, or you allow yourself to be taken out of your peace, sometimes it takes a while for us to come back so that we can actually really perceive what's going on. So be peaceable. Not to say you can't, get it all out, get it out of your system, but always come back to that place of peace. Come back to gratitude. Come back to what am I learning? Come back to taking a deep breath and just letting things go so that you can sit back and evaluate what's going on. What am I learning? What is happening here? Okay, and then we have Turkey Spirit. Give gratitude and grace. Yes, give gratitude and grace. And that's exactly what I just said. If you can kind of get yourself back into that place where you give you move with an energy of gratitude and grace, then you're far more able to see the wisdom of what's going on. And you're also far more open to receiving wisdom and receiving messages, open to the idea that all of this is happening for you and not to you, when you move from a place of gratitude and grace. And be grateful for the fact that you have the level of security that you have, that you have your basic needs taken care of, And then we have Snake Spirit, time to heal. Exactly, like I said, that energy around possibly dealing with some hurt, some betrayal. Just take the time to heal from those things, from those people who showed you a bad face, that really, really hurt your feelings or made you feel outside of yourself. Take the time to heal from that situation so that you're able to be open to new experiences, and be open to healing. Be open to addressing those wounds, like I said at the top of the reading. Be open to that, because there is much wisdom to be had, and a security in oneself, and the security in things are as they're supposed to be. Events and things are events and things. Those type of energy, instead of seeing things as a punishment or seeing things, like you're an unlucky person and it's just just as how my life is. There is things to be healed around that energy as well. And then we've got elephant spirit, and we know elephants never forget. So it's about that wisdom again. And the message is learn from the past. Learn from the past. Now you see again, that talks about our wisdom. So definitely learn from the past. Also, it's my door going. But also, like I said, please like, share, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. The link is in the bio. And have a blessed day, my lovelies. And all is well, okay? Take care.